Well, I went to Home Depot today and got a few packages of seeds to plant in my garden, for we'll have something to update here in the next few weeks or month. We're going to have a rainstorm coming in for the rest of this week, so I want to make sure I have a chance to have these seeds germinate. I got two packages. Both of them are snow peas. They're two different brands, and I thought I would see which one I like the best of all, if you're wondering why I bought two of them. I love snow peas. They're hard to find. They're expensive. So I'm going to grow my own. I've grown them in the past, and I'm going to see which one of these I like the best. And of course, these are the sunflowers I like the best. They're smaller, but they're more colorful, and they last longer than the big ones. So I've got some of these I'm going to put in. So this is what I'm going to be planting, some of these, because we have a big rainstorm coming for this whole week. Let's hope something germinates. Do the best we can. As you can see, I didn't spend too much. Spent about $12, I think. Let's see, these are almost $3. And let me see how much. I have the receipt. So here's my receipt for what I spent. I bought a soda, so the soda, wherever it is here. Oh, so we can take $2.38 off this bill. So I spent about $9 for all the seeds. But that will give me quite a few snow peas, and it will give me a lot of sunflowers. So I think it's worth the money I spent. I'm going to start putting them in the ground. I may not get all of them planted today. I may plant some more in a couple of weeks, because I don't want everything coming at the exact same moment. But we'll see what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to get busy. Let's start planting. Now, I do have a lot more I need to do over here, but we're going to start with what I already have and own. These here, I still need to get some soil in them, so there's nothing planted in these. This plant here was in a pot. I just had it taken out and put over here, because these plants get about 5 to 6 feet tall, and they've already broke one of my pots. So they're going to get pretty big, and if I need to, I can always pull these out if it gets too tight in here. I brought this support here from the backyard, and I'm going to plant my snow peas around it, for they can climb up this support, and they have the white fence. So between both, they should have plenty of things to support them, and I should have plenty of snow peas. Said you're supposed to plant the seeds 2 inches apart, so this is the brand we're going to start with first. And once I plant all these, then I'll start on the other one. Well, I brought 2 supports from the backyard to add to the support for my peas. Between the white fence and these black supports, they'll have something to climb on. And I think it'll look pretty nice having this in front. Well, we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. Here are the planting instructions. I'm planting them a little bit early because this is the middle of December, but I think it'll be okay. What do you think? Let's get busy. Here are my sunflowers that I'm going to also plant in the front yard. We'll see what we got coming up. To be living in my yard, you got to be tough. And here's the planting instructions on these. I like to plant things that grow without a lot of care, and sunflowers do pretty good. I sort of have a black thumb. I know it doesn't look like it because you always see a lot of things in my yard, but that's because I always plant things that can handle not being cared for very much. Well, I cleaned up the area a little bit and got my snow peas planted, and I planted some sunflowers too. Just one little tiny place of this little corner, and we'll work on it again next week and see what we can add. I left enough space in between that I could go and pick my snow peas, as you can see, and a little pathway right over here. We'll get all these leaves cleaned out and put some garden soil in these cement blocks and plant them, probably next week with some California poppies. And we'll get this one little cleaned out and put a little fairy garden in there also. So this will be what we're going to work on. We have some more footage to share.
The rains have finally came. Raining, raining, raining. Oh my gosh, look at all that rain. Feels good to smell the rain, to see the rain. You know, I planted some seeds yesterday right over there. So we have snow peas I got put in, and I also planted some sunflowers. So we'll see what germinates, and we'll see how it looks pretty soon.
Here's my lettuce and the green stalk. We'll be picking, I shouldn't say picking, we'll be cutting some lettuce pretty soon, as you can see, probably by next month, and we'll have it all the rest of winter long. And of course we also have carrots in here, lettuce, and radishes, so we should have enough for a little salad. I just need to buy 1 or 2 tomato plants. All my little cells are all looking pretty good. If anything, they have too many things and too many seeds that got thrown in here. So we'll have to thin some of these out. But it's doing pretty good. What do you think? And here's some of my carrots that were from last year that I haven't pulled out yet. I love the different colors of the leaves. Aren't they pretty? Look at that burgundy color. Isn't it beautiful? And here's another one over here too. So I left a few in. Most of them I pulled out when we ate the carrots. But there's a few that I left just so we'd have something to look at. And of course I didn't pull all my flowers out either, even though it looks a little beat up. We'll end up pulling these out and replanting some new plants and flowers in a few of these cells. Gonna have to get in here and clean these out and make a few fairy gardens. So I'll be ready for some fairy gardens pretty soon. You can see we had one back here, but you can't see the house anymore. And these plants are all California poppies that haven't bloomed yet. So we should have them blooming in probably another 3 or 4 weeks. Of course, Grandma's always has something blooming in the garden, so you always see something pretty 12 months out of the year.